Hey Shay, how you doing? Hey SP, what you guys got going on today? I'm just chilling. I don't celebrate the 4th. Um, so I'm just, I just popped some turkey wings in the oven. I've been wanting a barbecue just 'cause I want a barbecue. Oh, is that what you call it, SP? Happy American Independence? Okay. No, I don't celebrate it. I mean, when I was working, of course, I took the day off. If it fell on a weekday, I'm not crazy. Anything to get a day off, but no, good. That's right. That's right. SP. We observe the Sabbath day. A lot of things I will observe, but nah, y'all can have the 4th of July. I don't have to be be thankful for a day off. I'll take a day off whenever I want to now. Hey, Chris and Ty, how are you guys doing? Hope you guys are well, um, being safe. Um, just hope everybody just, you know, avoid the big crowds, whatever. In California, they opened up things for a little while, but then the restaurants are closing again because, things got, the numbers went up for Rona. And so, we I don't know. I was gonna stay inside a little longer anyway. So, but for those of you who got to go out for a little while, good for you. But I'm not ready yet, to be honest. I'm just not ready. So I hope you guys are doing well today. Um, I was just checking, wanted to come in real quick to see what everybody was doing. Like I was telling SP, I don't really celebrate the 4th of July, but hey, if anybody else celebrated, I don't knock nobody for what they do and how they live their life. I just don't. So if you guys had fun today, and a lot of places you can't even do the fireworks anymore. They shut down some big places like the Rose Bowl and that used to do the big ones. I think those the Rose Bowl. They used to do the big one, and people from all over would come there. We are good, relaxing, staying away from everybody. Yes, the virus has gotten worse. Yeah, because even when they were saying, we're opening up this and that, and I said, you can open up whatever you want to. I'm not in for it. I am not in for it. I'm going to just, you see on TV all the time, stay inside if you can, but if you can't do this, this and that, and then you hear on another channel, this, we're opening up and the restaurants, but still practice social. They say to go out, to stay inside, and then it's okay to go outside. Um, uh-uh. Mm-mm. I'm not a good follower. I'm not a good follower. I kind of do what I feel is best for me. Um, the only thing I will try at when it gets a little cooler out, maybe not today, but tomorrow maybe, is I've just been letting the dogs go outside in the yard, but they need some exercise because when I have to pick them little dudes up, they getting fat. I mean, I need the exercise too. And not only, my dog's getting fat, but I didn't put on some weight too. So I will, my neighborhood is pretty quiet. So when it cool off a little bit and people are inside, I'm gonna have my mask on and go around and just walk for about 15 minutes, just to walk the dogs so they can get out, because I get to go out a little bit when I go grocery shopping or I have to pick up something when I run an errand. That's the only time I go out. But I'm gonna stay in today and watch some TV after I finish fellowshipping with you guys. I had a couple of I had a couple of topics that I didn't know whether you guys want to discuss or not. Well, I had one in particular, just asking people, and I had done a video about this, but I thought it would be a good subject for a live also. Just asking people, whether it be man or woman, just zeroing towards couples, whether you be married, engaged, or just, boyfriend, girlfriend, like, why do people cheat on each other? There got to be some main reasons, why people doing it. And I was thinking maybe, they're lacking something in their relationship. They're selfish. They're greedy. Um, you know, they, one person, they so greedy and selfish. One person is not enough for them. So they, in their mind. Um, but I'm going to be just frank with you. Uh, I'm just gonna come right out. I think it's nasty to have sex with more than one person. Now, I'm not want to shame nobody. What people do, whatever they feel in their hearts, they want to do is none of my business. I'm talking about the way I feel. I just think it's nasty to be swapping fluids, and I hate to be so graphic, but I guess I could get more graphic, but I'll leave it at that. I just think just thinking about it, um, I just think it's not sanitary. Uh, what you say, SP? You have one explanation for infidelity. What's that? Share. Hey Nadia, what's up? How are you? Welcome to the live. I had a couple of subjects, and then in your live, it was so I don't know. Your life was just so had so many gems of wisdom in your life, and also um just life's little tidbits, of wisdom that you shared. And so I had, on my mind, I said, you know what? It's not the same subject, but I had like a few subjects I wanted to talk about. And then because of your life, I said, you know what? I'm going to go on and do it. I'm going to go on and do it. And like I told people before you came in, I had done this on a video, but I wanted to do it on a live. Why do people cheat? And I'm just saying that they're selfish, they're greedy, they're lacking something within their relationship, so they think. But you know what? You always think that the grass is greener, but it isn't. It isn't greener. You here for it? Good, good. I think we all add so much to life topics like that. Yes. And that kind of sparked me to say, go on and do it. Because like I said, I did a video about it. Why do women cheat? But and so I'm putting it out for there for the men and the women. Why do a couple feel like they have to cheat? And your life just told me, yeah, go on and do it because everybody can benefit and give their point of view, and maybe, we'll well, I don't expect someone to come right out and admit it, I've never cheated personally. I've never cheated. I just didn't feel the need for it because if I'm sick of you, I'm gone. I'm not going to stick around. I'm not going to, play myself. Whereas I'm with somebody and then I'm not satisfied. So for to fulfill that whatever need I'm lacking, I'm gonna go to another person. No, that's too hard for me. That's too hard for me. I wouldn't wanna do that. That's just too much. I don't wanna work that hard, you know, trying to keep secrets, trying to hide it, lying about where I'm going, who I'm meeting, and how long I'm gonna be. I'm just not out to lying like that. I'd rather just leave you. I'd rather just leave you for, and just come right out and say, we're not compatible, so I'm out of here. Okay, what? Okay, Shay, let me read the. Wait, let's see. Let me just go down the line. I think we all had so much to life topics like that. Yeah, I read that. And then she says, yes, I'm here for it. So true. Absolutely, Chris. The only time you can really enjoy the outdoors is at night. I know, because I'm in Cali. I'm in California, and it's in the 90s. It's in the 90s, and I'm not about to go outside until it cools off. Nadia says, with an ex, I find myself having one convo, two, three, four, five, etc., with the guy that became an emotional connection. Yes. You know what? And the thing about it is, I don't know whether I'm just so used to, even as a child, used to playing by myself, doing things, enjoying going places by myself. And I went with other people, but even when I went on a cruise, because nobody could go, and I found myself going by myself. And I think I mentioned this once before. That was the best time I ever had. I've been on cruises, many cruises before with different people, and this time I went by myself. Well, not this. It was about 3 years ago. I had the best time. Right, Chris, to the point you need a cardigan on. Are we talking about the weather? My happiness. Exactly. Because if you ain't happy, I'm going to put it on me. If I'm not happy, nobody. Uh-oh. Okay. SP says, if somebody cannot trust truly, let me read that again. If someone cannot truly honor God, then they cannot honor themselves and in turn honor others. Fidelity starts with faith. You must be disciplined in faith. Listen the word to the word, I think you meant faithful, full of faith. Hmm. I agree with that, SP. I agree with that. I truly agree with that. Truth. One SP says Chris and Ty. On cruises, I find myself alone during the morning times, and I agree it's freeing because I work out and read in the AM. Everyone else is asleep in rooms. Yeah. And then what happened is if you go on, even if you're out and about and you say you go to the dining room, most of the times you get seated with people, so at first you don't even know who's with who, a lot of times. If someone came by themselves, unless they had a little small table and you saw them all the time, it's like you don't even know. what I did, I did not want people to know that I came alone. I didn't trust it, I didn't trust people to know that information. So when people, you get to see people as you're passing back and forth, different activities, different things, and you see, a lot of the people you pass, even though it's a big ship with thousands of people on the ship, you get to remember the faces. And then when get a little more time go past, and then you feel comfortable and you start talking sometimes, and people would ask me, did you come by yourself? And I would tell them that my sister was in the room. Yeah, I lied. But I was thinking about, it's some it might be some, criminals up in here, and I don't want them to know that I'm by myself in case they try to, you know, try something shady. So every time they would see me, where's your sister? Oh, she doesn't feel good. Where's your sister? Oh, I think she forgot to take her pills, her Dramamine. Where's your sister? And I always made up things, because I just didn't trust them knowing that. And then on the last day when we was getting ready to leave, I remember running to this couple, and I told them, I finally told them I went by myself, but I wasn't about to say that. So yeah, I put it on my sister. Well, nobody with me, but I had so much fun. And then I did hook up with, not really hook up, but these the younger generation. They're about 20 years younger than me, but they was just so much fun. A couple of places, excursions, I went with them, and we had a really good time. But I did not let nobody know, but I had the best time. But see, like I said, I grew up playing by myself. And so I'm used to that. I can be with people or I can be by myself. So therefore, if I felt like I don't want to be in a relationship, I'll leave. And a lot of people can't do that. A lot of people just hate being alone. Sin- Sincerely, Nadia says, I would too. Shoot. All my sisters in the room. Yeah, all my sisters in the room. Okay, SP says we must put God in the conversation. You need prayer warriors in corner the moment you found someone special. A congratulations is nice, but prayer is so powerful in relationships. And you know what? Um, that would have been that would have been so nice to have someone that was on the same page as me. Can you imagine when things happen, and I'm the type of person that if something happened, I'm quick to pray about it. Especially if I don't have a clue, give me direction, and to have someone else do that. And then, whatever your lifestyle is, the positive, being positive, it would be nice to just have somebody on the same accord as you. Um, instead of him being on this page and you being on that page, it's like it's got to be a lot of compatibility. SP says Satan is here to steal, kill, and destroy. Yeah, and he's good at it. He's good at it. And I believe that a lot of people get restless, and instead of trying to investigate within themselves to try to see what's going on with them, and then somebody, you go out and about and somebody pay you a little attention, whether it's a man or a woman, somebody pay you a little attention, and it starts out innocent, oh, we can have lunch, we two adults, and there you go. Now, sometimes you can connect with someone on a level and it's going to be platonic, but I just wouldn't chance it. If I'm married, even if he's single, and especially if he's married, I don't think I want to, have those kind of lunch dates or dinner dates with someone, and don't be attracted to him. That's a recipe in itself for disaster. Do not be attracted to him, because eh, then you that's more temptation. You know, um, it probably your husband or wife probably wouldn't like it, but it sure would help if there was no chemistry, and you know that okay, that's he's not even my type. But I still wouldn't chance it, especially if you go out and have a couple of cocktails. Because guys, you know when when I don't drink anymore, but when I drank, people start looking better, and that's the truth. People start looking better. And then if you sober up, and I'm speaking from experience from back in the day, when you sober up, you're like, what? He's childish. He's not good looking, and he does not have command of the English language. You know. Yes, I agree, Marilyn. Yeah, it's just not. It's just not a good thing to even have those innocent ones, because you hear on these shows like, we had a couple of drinks and one thing led to another. Uh-huh. It sure did. And you had time to think about it before you went and got that motel room. You had time, but no, you wanted to do the do. So you went on and you forgot about that little small still voice within your conscience telling you, don't do it, you married. You just drank that, drank that little small voice away. You just canceled that voice out. You went on about your business with that guy or with that woman, and you did what you did. So I would rather, if I knew that I was not satisfied with someone in any capacity, and I just couldn't, it's like, okay, that he's not my type, which you should have all that figured out before, but I'm just saying hypothetically, he's not my type, she's not my type. Um, Rather than to, step into something you're going to regret, I'd rather be by myself, to be honest with you. Hey, Zero, how you doing? Thank you. Oh yeah, I saw that. I said, I like going into your lives. I don't want him to do it the same time. But anyway, thank you for coming in. Thank you so much. Nadia says, yeah, when I was dating my ex and found myself always speaking to another guy about my issues, I said, nope, this isn't healthy. I stopped my emotional connection uh, to be, I'm not sure that word, Nadia, third party, and left my ex. It's like that's too much work for me to try to juggle people around. It really is. And I'm just not good at, covering a lie up with a lie to cover up, where you been. You got to think of a lot, and don't let him have access to your girlfriends, to your family, and then they saying one thing and you come back with another thing. Chris says, Chris does not drink. I'll have a glass of wine, but I'm a person who goes straight to sleep. So I only have wine at home. I know that's right. Yeah, you a teetotaler, huh, Ty? There ain't nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong. Zero said, I didn't know you were going live today. Otherwise, I would have pushed back. Oh, I go live every day for Sundays at 4, but I cancel sometimes. If I'm just too bogged down with stuff, I'll cancel. So yeah, I do it every day at 4. So Chris says to Nadia, truth. Connection to the okay. I couldn't figure that out. I was saying maybe that's something I need to know, some kind of initials. Hey, Eurydice, how are you doing? Thank you for coming in. Thank you so much for coming in. As P said, when we date or court, building intimacy with God together should the first be should be probably should be the first big connection established between parties because that allows both people to face adversity with the Lord. And then being on that same page, something come up, both of you can band together and be prayer warriors, pray that thing down. I hear you, SP. You really say, hey, everybody in the chat. Hey, you Eurydice. Welcome, welcome. And he's just picking the zero, SP, and to Eurydice. Yep, straight to sleep. That's why I'm no fun in person. Oh, but see, you know what? A lot of people have gotten in trouble by meeting people while they've been drinking. And I got my hand held up. And so I mean, if that's what you do when you take some drink a little bit of wine, that's good for you. Cause like I said before, drinking can cause vision problems because you're not seeing that person clearly. And I'm not just talking about actions and and who they really are. Looks too. Like my mama used to say, you be hook up with a booger bear and you won't know until you sober up. Yeah, she used to say that. uh, Peace, beautiful Marilyn. Oh, thank you for coming through, DOD. Thank you so much. He is a powerful brother right here. I love his channel. You guys check him out. Check him out. He's speaking to everyone. Ty says some people will tell the truth when they get tipsy and it's many friendships ruined. LOL, not from me. Ty will sleep. Okay. I know, huh? Yeah, they don't call alcohol the truth serum for nothing. I mean, you start, and that's something that a lot of people can't take the truth. So it's like, okay, then if you can't take the truth, don't get somebody who will take the a drink and tell you the real deal. Tell you everything. They think about you and anybody you associate with. Yep, give it, and that's the liquid courage. And I used to have a glass of wine when I went to karaoke. I had to have a glass of wine before I got up there to sing. So it 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 gave it my inhibitions went down, but it also affected my hearing because I thought I sounded better. So okay, so I shouldn't be out there if alcohol uh make me not see things and then make me not hear things right. So if I was like back in the day when I drank my dirty martinis, and like I said, people start looking better. Sober is like, okay, yeah, you're all right, you're all right. And then, like I say, there you go. And then as the evening go on, and you didn't order something to eat, so the food is soaking up the alcohol, and then you sitting with this person, you know, and you saying to yourself, where did he come from? So yeah, but that was when I was very young. It's like, uh, that taught me don't drink, Marilyn, don't drink. And if you drink, don't let nobody talk to you. But because of other reasons, what drinking associates with, possibly, uh, Being diabetic, I don't want to do that no more. I don't know how, I don't think it's healthy for me to do that. And I just thought one day, it's like, I don't even need to drink wine because I don't think, because dry wine has less sugar, but that's too much sugar, and I'm not that. I don't even think I should be drinking. And I just stopped. I don't want to do that no more. Nadia says club lights come in. You've been dancing with your mask and the face looking mad. I know, and the club lights are dim. So you think the brother, so okay. And then how the end of the night they turn all the lights on. Like, whoa, who let the dogs out? You really see is speaking to Nadia and Shay. What is that? Oh, she's talking to E. I said, what is that? That's somebody doing cartwheels look like. I don't know what that first emoji is. What's that first emoji, Nadia? The blue thing. What's that? I can't make it out. Are you laughing at me, topic? You know that's the truth. You know that's the truth. When you see somebody in the full light and you sober, whatever you drink, and you just sat there long enough that it's not taking effect anymore. And they're like, get a paper bag. Now they say you thought that shower singing follows you to God. Okay, but it's not the same acoustics at the karaoke place in my shower. Not the same acoustics because I'll be thinking, Nadia, I'll be thinking, I did my standby song after I have a glass of wine is "Falling" by Alicia Keys, and so it helped that everybody else was drinking. They thought I sound good. Good day, Asi. How are you? Welcome to the live. We kind of all over the place, but it did start about why people cheat. Why two people together feel it necessary to cheat, and then we got to the effects of meeting people while you're intoxicated. So we just kind of drifted back and forth. Uh, but you know what I'm talking about, Nadia, huh? Yeah, you get that alcohol in you, and you be trying to do, what? Um, who's somebody else that's you think you sounding like Mariah Carey, trying to do, or what's that song, "Loving You," and she hit that high note, la 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 la. La 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 la, that one. Yeah, you think you can hit that note. Uh-huh. They be singing right along. And so like, just everybody got that alcohol in them, and the alcohol is telling them one thing, and it's telling them you can sing, and it's telling everybody else, yeah, she can sing. And then and that's why I would never go first. I would never go first. They be called, come on, Marilyn, come up here and sing your Alicia Keys. I don't have my wine yet. I don't have it. Oh, but yeah, I just can't find Minnie Rippleton. I couldn't think of her name for anything, Nadia. Yeah, I see Minnie Rippleton sang it. La, 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 la. I'm not gonna try that other part. My dogs will start howling. I'm not singing that. I'm not singing that. Loving You by Minnie Riperton. Yeah, that was my song. That was my song. But I never drank enough. I couldn't drink enough to even call myself going to do that at karaoke. I stuck with Alicia Keys. And then what else would I do? I forget some of the songs, but it sure helped. I thought with that glass of wine. Yeah, that was the jam. Yes, yes, yes. So you guys are really fortunate because if I still drank, I would probably be sipping on what time is it? Okay, it's 4:36. Okay, I can do that. I would probably be sipping on some wine and I probably would have attempted um to show you guys what I would do at karaoke. So you guys are very fortunate that I don't drink anymore because it would have told me to sing for you guys. and, and I don't want no enemies on YouTube, not these YouTube streets. Y'all would have hated me from now on. So, oh, did you hear that heifer? She thinks she could sing. Y'all do a live about me, talk about me like a dog. Chris and Ty says, LOL, my cat Bella is looking at the TV when you. Okay, I woke up your cat. You were singing, LOL. She like high notes. Oh, man. So the dogs may not be hollering, but the cats are amused. Oh, why am I being so silly, guys? I didn't realize I was in such a silly mood. And I don't drink, so I can't blame it on the wine. But in fact, I should give a giveaway. You probably can't do that, huh? You can't get alcohol away. I think I got a bottle of wine in there that I'm not gonna touch. A giveaway, huh? Yeah, I woke the cat up. Let me see what my dogs is still asleep. I didn't do it loud enough. They still sleep. But anyway, guys, I just think that anybody who cheats, who feel it necessary to have an additional person besides their partner, is not the partner. I think they gotta look up in themselves to see what's up, you know, what's wrong that you feel the need to have another person. Last night I was looking at this show, Love After Lockup or something like that. Anybody seen that show? But it's like men and women, they get on a dating site and they hook up people and they start relationships with people that's incarcerated. But the key to that program is in order to sign up and be on that program, you have your love interest has to be getting released soon. So uh last night I was watching this and this young dude called Michael, he had gotten released and he was pulling the same stuff that he was pulling in prison. He had about, oh, he was counting on his fingers, and I think he got to 10 of the women that he was writing while he was in prison. And they were all sending him money. He said he would start out with $50 because I think the producer asked him, well, how do you get them to send you this money and stuff? And so uh he was saying, you start out, I need $50 for this and that. And he's asking all these women for money, all of them. And what makes them think that, okay, he's not really, it is crazy, Nadia. Nadia says that show sounds crazy. I've seen people review it, but my goodness, talk about wrong decisions. Okay. Um, he gets them he continues to send him money because every now and then he'll send him a card and write something, romantic and what have you. And then and then and then sometimes he'll send flowers. Oh yeah, you can do all of that in prison. They were talking about some of the things that we on the outside would be surprised of what you can do in prison and what you can get in prison. Yeah, Eurydice is very crazy. And so the producer asked, well, how much do you think you've gotten from this lady? So he said, well, I think in a 5 year span, he said, I think it had to be close to 100,000. And the producer like gasped, like, what? And then this one lady, um, even when so let me get back to Michael. So when he got out, he was still trying to run that game. And he was running his game, but he got switched. He got mixed up with who he was dealing with. Um, he was married. He had married this one lady, and at the same time, he had asked this other lady to marry him. So he was engaged to one lady and married to another, and they were sending him money. I mean, and the one lady that he was engaged to, she said, "Well, no, I sent him money when he would use his money to call me." So she was like reimbursing, but I still wouldn't have done that. You want to call me, you come up with the money, but I guess it's in prison. I don't know. But it is a crazy show. And this one girl, she just, was saying that, the women would get the men sending them money. And the one girl was saying, okay, she has so many pairs of shoes. One pair of shoes she went when she went out in the yard. Another pair of shoes when she went to exercise room. Depending on where she was going within the prison, she had different shoes. So the producer said, "You got more shoes in prison than I do in my closet." So it's all a game, and some of them continue that game when they get out. And it's like, because they want, now, I'm not saying it's right, but those guys in prison or when ladies in prison, they want the time to go fast. So by people sending them letters, and I found out phone, one guy said that if he got access to a phone, he could sell it in prison for about a couple of grand. So we feel like, okay, that's a lot of money. But if 10, 15 women are giving you money, or 10, 15 or more men are sending you money, you got that kind of money, because some people were spending it on drugs. People were financing their drug habit. Um, if you got some money, you can pretty much buy anything, to the point where this one lady got pregnant by her boyfriend that was in prison. And how they did that, he bought, she was sending them money, but he was getting money other ways too. But he bought closet time. And they never really got into it the way it all works. At least I didn't get a good understanding. Only that when she visit, and the guards was in on it. They were getting the payoff. That. But they would shift people around and get her in there and get them in the closet. And people didn't know that her 8-year-old was actually, and she married him when they got out. She married him. I think that's the only couple, well, it's another couple that just may make it. Just might make it. But she got pregnant, and later on she told everybody that her youngest was her husband's, and they couldn't figure it out because the baby was, little girl was 8 years old, and then she had to break it down, by a closet time. But it's a trip. It is a trip. A man in prison gets emotionally engaged with you and live their lives through these women. Yep, yep. And a lot of things that a lot of men they get the women, and the men and the women get the men to kind of smuggle things in, to them. Mentally, not physically. Yeah, yeah. And having the one guy, Michael, having all those women, his time was easier. You know, like I said, in order to be put on that show, they're not gonna wait 5 years, making up the show. Um, they're up for, parole. They're just waiting for their date. So, yeah. Hey, General, how are you doing? Oh, she got everybody up in here. She named everybody. Thank you for joining the live, General. It is a peaceful day for me. Um, After watching Nadia's live, it sparked me to go ahead and get on this subject because it was a very enlightening. Nadia had a very enlightening live today. Um, you know, uh, we were talking about it was broadened, but we initially were talking about Will Smith and Jada Dela's situation. And so it was expanded. That was just a model that was used for other to get it dive into to more important, how what they were doing. Um, we got a lot of wisdom from that, a lot of life's lessons in that lives that some people could have used. Um, Being older, you learn a lot years, but uh, I had the chance to look at that and say, okay, I've been wanting to do something similar on my life, and so there you go. So that's what we're discussing. Why people cheat and anything related to that, on how why other people aren't just satisfied with having that one significant other, why they feel like they got to be a hound dog and just try to get everybody in the streets. Hey Angel, how you doing? Welcome to the live. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. I appreciate it. Yeah, so if anybody want to kind of give their spin on it, um, and don't feel like typing all that. Okay, you guys just speaking. Yeah. Yeah, if anybody just want to give their spin on it, or even something that's not, just with relationships, or if anybody have advice that they want to share, that how you keep from cheating. I mean, what kept you from going that route? Um, like I mentioned, what kept me from going that route is too much work. I don't want to work that hard. I mean, relationships are hard enough without throwing a monkey wrench into the works. You know what I'm saying? It just does. It's just not worth it for me. It's just not worth me um, going through the headache. It's a headache. It is a headache to juggle. I was going to say jiggle, to juggle more than one, two, three, whatever. And that's why this guy Michael kind of stuck in my mind because he um, he had all those women, and then when he got out of prison, when he got out, he went home to his wife, and she was on birth control, but she had just started taking it because he had been in prison. So she figured I ain't doing nothing because she thought her marriage was gonna work. Well, when he came home, she instantly got pregnant. Okay, but mind you, like I told you, he was engaged to this other chick, and so he ended up going to wherever she lived, and I can remember. And oh, it was a mess. It was a mess. Um, and then now he's with, an episode was on, I think yesterday or Friday. No, yesterday was Friday. Another episode. So he's with another lady now. So I think he's going to continuously try to keep the women he was dealing with, all of them, on a string. So when one relationship goes bad, then he got somebody else to go to. And to me, that's not a man. That's not a man. No, this is not a movie, Ty. This is supposed to be based on facts. It's a like a reality show. This is supposed to be the real deal. Yeah, this supposed to be the real life. And these people were actually in prison, and the people that's in the show with them, they're actual hookups. So it's a show, but it's supposed to be based on reality. And that's what makes it so bad because he's got all these women he's stringing along. And like I was getting ready to say, he is not what I would say is a man. He's a little boy that's never grew up. He just, yeah, this is real. This is real. Now, whether they put a little extra little drama in there to make it interesting, yeah, I say that happens. I'm sure. But the situation, as far as them, being involved with uh, a person that was in prison, yeah, yeah, and it's yeah, it's cringeworthy. It is very cringeworthy because some of in Michael's case, the wife and the fiance was kind of going at each other, and I don't understand that, guys. The two women, Michael was the problem because for a long while they didn't even know about each other. One lady's name is Megan, the fiance. She did not know he was married. And then and she said she was a virgin and Michael took her virginity. So when she found out that he was married, uh, she was emotionally, sexually, mentally attached to him. What I think Ty was talking about earlier. She was attached to him already. So she should have she should have just walked away, but he was feeding her the line. You know how they do. I want you, baby. She don't mean nothing to me. And some guys will say, she using the kids. And, so, and her dad found out. Oh, and he was hot. Her dad, Megan's dad found out that Michael was married. And, he was telling, his daughter, in other words, you deserve more. You deserve better than this. And I think that's why eventually Michael kind of moved away from her because see, Dad wasn't playing. I think Dad would have snatched him up and well, she'd say, now put paws on him. I really do think so. They would have to, um, end that taping for that day because I think Dad would have um, snatched Michael up. You know, yeah, that's. And they looking for people right now. On last night's episode, they were talking about if anybody is interested in coming in the show, if you have someone that you're waiting for in prison, you're like, what? Get out of here. But I bet you, people they're gonna have so many people trying to sign up to that show. It ain't funny because most of them shows, and I can't see this being any different. Most of them shows somebody's getting paid. It's a money involved. It just not putting themselves out there for nothing. Even that show, what's that 90-Day Fiance? The person who's pursuing the other person in another country, I think that person is getting the money, and they get from 1,000 to 1,500 at least in that show per episode. And for a season, that could be, that can go up to 15,000 or whatever, depending on how many episodes. So yeah, it's real. Not 100%. I don't think they want to make it interesting, but the foundation of it, of what going on, is real. Like that song by TXS, I'd rather go to war with a man than to ever go to bed with a boy. I never heard that. I'm gonna have to Google that because that's a new one on me time. Oh, I tell you, my mother used to say about women like that that the men do stuff like that on them. Like, hey, she'd rather have half a man than no man at all. Uh, I would rather have no man at all. I'm gonna put it to you straight because I'm not playing those silly games. No, it is embarrassing, General. It is embarrassing um, because some of them, in my opinion, it is so clear that the other person just want a green card. Now they had this. What is that? They. Uh, it's just I can't think of this lady's name. I think her name is Linda, but Michael is from Nigeria, and Linda was for and I thought they were bad. I think that's her name. I thought they were bad until uh Usman and Lisa came on the scene. And then I said, I thought that this couldn't get no worse. And it was so obvious, you know, because Usman had to get permission from his mom to marry Lisa. So Usman made it seem like Lisa was a doctor in the States. And she was a hospice uh, I don't know whether the hospice nurse or something, but it's he even misrepresented the lady to his mom because and then he had Lisa buy his mom a goat, and then it was like I mean I could go into it, but yeah, it's just it's like comedy to me. What people that are so thirsty and so desperate, what people will do for so-called love. And I don't believe in a lot of those cases on 90 Day. I don't believe love is a factor at all. Somebody wants a green card, and somebody is lonely, desperate, thirsty. Like this one guy that lives in San Diego. His name is Ed. He said he had not been in a relationship and had sex in 28 years. So he went on the site and got this, um, um, forget her name, Rose. He got this girl named Rose, um, from the Philippines. And they go over there with the intent of coming back engaged. And so I think they might create a lot of scenarios to make it interesting. But the fact is, they did meet these people on a dating site, and the goal is to get married. That's what it should be called, desperation show, Nadia. And it's just, but see, getting back to people cheating, I think some people, men or women, don't want to know whether their partner is cheating, or even if they the side chick, they don't want to know that that man is married, because if they get that information, then that means they're gonna have to do something about it. So I think there's many women and men who turn their head from the truth and reality because they don't want to know. And I know somebody like that her husband was a chronic cheater. I think throughout their whole marriage, he was never faithful to her. And she turned her head because if she found out with the proof right there, because she could always be in denial. Oh, I never knew that. She could be in the long as she was in denial, she didn't have to do nothing about it. But as soon as someone was ready to tell her what the real deal was, I think she still she didn't want to believe it. She wanted to stay in that little cocoon. He's dead now, but I don't know what's up with her now. But he's dead now, so at least you know where he is. Okay, at least his body. That was cold, but I meant it. It's called Destroyed by TXS. Describes the man from this show. Okay. And you know what, Ty? I just caught on to what's in your channel. And it was from All About the Benjamins, am I right? Tell me if I'm right, because I saw the movie yesterday. Well, a little bit of it. I didn't see all of it. And I said, that sounds familiar. Where did I hear that from? Where did I hear that from? Oh, yeah. Chris and Ty. So I said, I'm on the late freight. Sorry. I remember there was a couple called Muhammad and Danielle. Muhammad disclosed that during sexual intercourse, Danielle urinated on him, and he wanted out of the room. I didn't see that. Oh my gosh! Yeah, yeah. I don't think that he was Muslim. Yeah, I don't think they go for that. Prison time. It's too many diseases out there to be. It really is. It's too dangerous. not only can you get the virus now, you can get everything else, you know, along with it. So if one don't, kill you, the other one could. Yes, I agree. There's too many diseases to be playing games. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not in for it. Okay, I thought that was because for the longest I said, okay, that's a catchy little tune, but I didn't know. So yeah, I was watching something else, and it just another movie came on afterwards, and it was all about the bitch. I said, yeah, I thought about it. Yeah, that is it. That is it. Now I know. Because I was wondering where, I'll be wondering sometimes where people get some of the music that they have on their channel. And that one kind of like I couldn't identify that for anything. But yeah, I'm up on the panel and say a little bit. You don't have to, you can keep your avatar up if you want. And if you want to come up on the panel, just let me know and I'll put the link. Too many damn diseases. No, ma'am, no, sir. Like you say, Nadia. Lord, no. Mm-mm, not I. I was surprised that they had aired the Muhammad and Danielle scene on the 90-day show. I gotta go and see. That sound Danielle. Is she the one? Danielle. Is she the one that um was an up and coming rapper? And the way she met him, his sister or the sister's friend or somebody lived upstairs or downstairs. So she went up there and her and the person and Muhammad was FaceTiming or Skyping or what have you. And they called each other's eye. Is that the two? Because oh, because she kind of seemed like she liked to explore. Let's put it that way. She liked to explore things. So I can see her doing it. And then he's so conservative. I can see him wanting out because when he picked her up from the airport, and I think that's her, she hugged one of the crew, the filming crew, and he had a fit. He had a fit because you're not supposed to hug. No, she wasn't supposed to hug no man but him. And then she had a bottle of, she had some tequila. And when she hugged the crew, she had tequila in her bag. So General said exactly, Nadia. So is that the person? Is that the couple you're talking about? Because that couple was funny. She came from the States, up and coming rapper, free spirit like person, and then hooks up with a Muslim that's very conservative. No, Danielle was a single lady who pretended to be well off. Okay, that must be a older episode because I was gonna say with the way that this person was, and I thought his name was Mohammed, but maybe not. He wasn't gonna, he didn't even want her to show her boobs in public. You know, he was very conservative, very religious, and I just couldn't see uh him going for him somebody peeing on him. That's some R. Kelly stuff. Did I say that? Yeah, guys, it was I just was watching all those TV shows last night. Uh, it wasn't anything on. It wasn't a good movie on. So, and I watched 90 Days. It's like I used to, that show used to get on my nerve, but I guess I got kind of like interested in it because then I would go on YouTube and somebody would give a recap or something, and I kind of knew what they were talking about, so I just started watching it more. But that prison show, that show that dating the inmates is like, could you guys see yourself doing that? Okay, let's even make the guy innocent, but he didn't have a good lawyer or whatever the deal is. Could you guys do that? Date somebody, men or women? Could you date somebody in prison, knowing that? Okay, let's not make it too long. Okay, say they got 3 years, 4 years. They had to serve. They're gonna serve all that. That would be for good behavior, I guess. But could you guys date somebody in prison? Um, but you kind of figure, even let's make them innocent. They didn't do it. Do you think you could wait? Cause cause if I knew that they got a bum rap, if I was gonna, everybody know my little story. I won't repeat it. But heck, that might be the best scenario. At least you don't have to be bothered most of the time. Write a few letters. I shouldn't make a joke about it, but you don't have to worry. Pop a few letters in the mail. Get uh some visiting time if he's not too far. Visit him once a month. I'm going off now. But to be honest with you, if I knew he got a bum rap and he was my dude, I could. Yes, it is an old episode. That was the first and last time I saw that show. After that, you said no more for me. Well, we headed to get fireworks to do at home. Nothing dangerous. Y'all have a good night and be safe. You be safe too, Ty. You and Chris and the baby. Be safe. Um, I did, some places you can't even do them, but they've been doing firecrackers near me for the last 2, 3 weeks. So, and then now I don't even hear anything. Ain't that something? But you have a great weekend, and I will see you next time. And thank you so much for stopping by. I can wait for my husband only because I know he'll be innocent, or if he did something, it would be for a reason, but hope that'll never happen. Okay. I know that's right. I know that's right. Yeah. If it was just somebody I just met, uh-uh. But if I was into the dating thing and that was my dude, I could. I could too. Yes, be safe out there, guys. Have a good night. I would be worried to date someone in prison. No, but say that okay, General. Say that you have been with him. It wasn't somebody you just met. Let's put it like that. You have been with him even for 6 months. Let's put short term. And you guys, and you knew he was innocent. He just got railroaded. It's still kind of hard though. I hear you, but I think if I had, it depends on where we were in a relationship too. Did I really look at this person as someone that could possibly be long term? You know what I mean? Someone I know, yes. Someone I don't know, no. I know that's right. You know, because because if you don't know them, they go to prison. They probably got like Michael from that program I was talking about. Probably got 5, 10 women writing them. Now I wouldn't send no money. I wouldn't send no money. Not even after 6 months of knowing. I wouldn't send no money. That no, no. I ain't sending you. I'm not sending you no coins. If we had been together longer, and especially if we were married. Not saying that that's the full proof of him. He's not gonna cheat because you're married. We know how that goes. But if we were married and I had the understanding that we were in a good place. I had no reason to doubt whether he was, that he did not cheat. I did not have any doubt, at least in my mind. He had never showed any evidence or behavior patterns or what have you. So as far as I know, you know, then, uh, then I will put money on his books, you know. But no, put money on your books, we would have to be married. So that's just some of the things I was just thinking, what would we how would I react to somebody cheating on me? Uh Bottom line, no second chances. That's just the way I feel. Baby, one thing led to another, baby, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No, no second chance. We could be friends later down the line, 5, 10 years out, maybe. But I couldn't deal with a cheater because I can't live my life wondering what you're gonna do. I can't live my life every day thinking that you can go to the corner store every time you leave. I feel like you need a tracking device on you because you say you go in the store get some cigarettes, which well, let's not do cigarettes, no smokers. um, a carton of milk, and you come back 2, 3 hours. You know, I'm going to the store. That's just excuses that you give. No, no second chances. I know that may sound rough, but I I can't because a cheater would have to also be a liar, and I can't stand neither. Can't stand a cheater or a liar. So no, I couldn't do that. Okay, I didn't think I missed anything. Okay. General says, if we were in a very serious relationship, of course. Yeah, yeah. But if it was just something, we getting to know each other and you pulled that, even if you were innocent, let me see. Let me think about that. Yeah, even if you were innocent, we don't know each other like that. I might write a letter to you, see, keep up with you, see how you doing, cause you know, you especially if that person was always good to me and treated me with respect and what have you, I wouldn't just cut the ties and unless you seem to be the kind of man that I would be one of many, and then I wouldn't no communication then. But if I feel like you was a okay dude, yeah, I would at least write. No telephone calls, no collect calls, no. Mm-mm. All you getting is a letter. Will I visit you? No. Uh-uh. No, I'll shoot you out a letter, you know, every other month or so. And that's the truth. But if we had a relationship, it would be a different story. Very different. You guys, you don't want to come up? And did you notice, General, that Zero was able to come in? I panicked on that. Because I was thinking, oh, Zero, he's gonna think that I'm doing this on purpose, and I didn't want to. Because that comment that he wrote yesterday, that was deleted. He didn't delete it. I didn't delete it. You didn't delete it. YT deleted that comment. They be doing stuff like that. So, that kind of, you know, ticked me off a little bit because in these YouTube streets, I have seen a whole lot of stuff and heard a whole lot of stuff. And to take down his comment that wasn't vulgar, I don't see what the deal was. But they took, like I told you yesterday, they took down one of my comments, and I'm going to spell it just in case. I referred to the lady who coughed in the baby's face as a WENCH. But see, there's two meanings to that. So whoever is snatching that, which it might be a computer, whoever is snatching comments, they ought to know the meaning before they start snatching comments. Get the meaning. There's two meanings to that word. I said, uh-oh. Yeah. Yeah, it was nice to see him. So it did work. Because I thought what I did, which is very simple, but then, I didn't see him again. I said, you know, and then where you can look and see who's moderators, his name wasn't there. So what I had to do is go to a previous live and I did it on YouTube side. Well, it had to be on YouTube side. I went to a previous live and I gave him the mod back from that, and it took, so that lets me know that he was not blocked. Yeah. So that made me feel bad though, Nadia. I felt bad over that. I said, "Oh my gosh, I hope he don't think I did that on purpose." So that was my thing. I had to stop my live. I ended the live so I could go back and just try to see if everything worked out. Because I had people in the chat, so I didn't want to just keep them. I just didn't want to keep them just hanging on. So yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. I've been on people live and uh not the live, but their video and my comment. I'd go, back to, and look, and the comments gone. And yeah, and I've heard of people their comments was taken out of people's lives. So I said, oh, okay. Because he was adamant that he commented something, and I was adamant. So no, I've read all of your comments. So So hi, singing for the creator. How are you? Thank you for coming in the chat. I was just getting ready to close it in a few minutes, let people go on with their day and what they got planned, and maybe I'll come back later on. I don't know, but I just want to come in here and just we were talking about what makes a person cheat, whether it be the man or woman, you know, and I just cut to the chase. If someone cheated to me on me, that's just me. That's the end. That's the end. I can't stand a cheater or a liar. Yeah. You guys check out singing for the creator. And anybody that's coming to the chat, just kind of check out their page and see if you like their content. See if you want to subscribe to them. I'll just put it out there. I'm not a sub for sub channel. However, go on people channel, you subscribe to who you want to subscribe to. But if you do subscribe, make sure that you do it the right way and watch the entire video and make a comment and let them know that you've been there, and give them a like. If you're gonna subscribe, you should like them. But guys, I am going to end this live now. Thank you all for coming in. I say I might come on later, but I don't know. I wanted to do game day, but I wanted to do something different, and I wasn't finished with it. I wasn't finished with all that I wanted to do because it's a game, but it was partly things that I created. The questions I wanted to ask. So yeah, I was gonna do game night, but then I thought I'd go on and do the subjects that I kind of had in the back of my mind to do. And you sparked that, Nadia. You sparked me go ahead and doing that because relationships, I don't think that we can talk enough about them. And I think that it opens up the dialogue, and then maybe, just maybe, someone that need to hear something, maybe something will register, maybe something will click, and you know, yeah, yeah, General, check Nadia out. I really think I know you would have really liked her live today. She had it a little early on, and it was everybody was just contributing, and it was just interesting. Like I said, anytime you talk about relationships, I think that that's a good thing to keep that conversation going. I really do. And maybe, if it's a chronic cheater up in the place, maybe they'll learn a little something something before they leave. Anyways, I'm not gonna get on my soapbox, because we, people make mistakes, but that's just one mistake you won't make with Maryland if you're a cheater. um, I'm going to end the broadcast again. Have a lovely weekend. Be safe. Those of you that are going out, I'm staying in my house with my three dogs, and cook me some. Finish cooking my sides for my dinner. So I've ended it now, and I appreciate you all. Have a good night.